Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Imagination Megapark. In the last episode, I created this big dive coaster over here in the lava lands. And in this episode, there's a few things I want to do. I want to actually start working on a new area that's going to be over here. Before I do that, I want to quickly upgrade this station here for the air balloon ride called Odyssey. And I think it'll be fun if we make it look like this station is actually suspended over a lava, or kind of like a volcano. I think that will make it really fit into this area. This path here is still quite temporary, but I think we can already work on this area here. Now, before I do any of that, I want to also name once again a few of my handymen. So let's quickly do that first. I will name these handymen after people whose comments I liked on the last videos. So if you also want to become a handyman in the park, then just leave some funny comments. And who knows, maybe I'll select your comment and you can become a handyman in the park. And if you want to be an entertainer, that role is reserved for my patrons. Anyway, let's go name some handymen. Alright, here's the 4 handymen that I named. Thank you so much for commenting on my videos. I read all of my comments, and whenever I can, I also try to respond to them. So let's just keep them coming. Alright, I will now start working on this station for the air balloon ride. Okay, the balloon ride now also has a station over here in the lava lands. Now, later I'll do my best to integrate this more into the landscape, but for now, I think this is sufficient. Now, I really like the way this looks here with this lava under this platform. Now, if this was real, it would probably get pretty hot here, especially with the floor being metal here. But of course, this is a fantasy park, so we can do whatever we want here. Alright, with this part taken care of, I can now focus my attention on the Marshmallow Mountain here. So this land will be fully edible. So it will. What I plan to do is have probably chocolate rivers over here, or chocolate lakes, something like that. The foliage will consist of these candy trees, let's call them trees, and bushes made of gumdrops. And over here in the middle I plan to also have a mountain, but this one will be covered in clouds, and the clouds will form a new land by themselves. I think it will be really fun to build on this. But for now, I will just get started over here on the entrance to this new land. And after that, we'll start adding the first attraction here. Alright, as you can see, this area is slowly starting to take shape. I decided to go for this sandy color over here. Yeah, because I guess together with the browns, maybe it looks like a bit of cookie or sugar or maybe a bit of chocolate mixed in. Yeah, I'm using these candy trees for foliage, and these gumdrops next to them. They kind of look like bushes, so I think it actually works as foliage. Now for the paths here, I used this path from one of the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 expansions, and I put some of this rocky floor under it, because I just think it looks pretty nice. I always like to just put a different path color under the paths, and that just makes it look a little bit softer. For example, if we have this path over here in the grass, then if we put this sand under it, it just makes it blend in a little bit more. It makes it look a little bit softer. So I think that's usually a good trick to do with your paths. So that's why I used this kind of path under, or this kind of land color under the path here. As for the entrance to this area, just a simple tower. Try to make it look like it's made of gingerbread or cookies. Also use some candy here and some signs together with some of these gumdrop figures. Or I forgot what the term is for these guys. What are they called again? Jelly babies, that's it. I also really like these spires from one of the expansions. I think they work really well. And this area will also have lots of bubbling chocolate. I love this bubbling goo object. We'll probably see a lot of this in this park. There's a little fountain with also some chocolate squirting out. And I think these drab spires, I think they work great to make some chocolate cream or whatever it is. Yeah, here in the middle I plan to have a big mountain, but that will be something that I make in a later episode. Anyway, yeah, I think it will be fun to continue working in this area. And over here, I want to make the first big ride of the area. I think it will be really cool. Let's go. Alright, the chocolate rapids have now been completed. Now, for now it's just called Chocolate Rapids, but if you have a better name for this ride, please let me know in the comments. I always read the comments, so yeah, just let me know if you have a better name for the ride, and maybe I'll actually use it. Oh yeah, as you can see over here is the station, just one of these circular platforms. You can see many of the boats over here. The guests get out on this side. They enter the ride on this side. After that, there's just one small climb over here. and then after that there's a series of drops. Finally, they go under the bridge here, do a turnaround, and after that they return back to the station. Now I tried to put some contrasting colors next to all the brown, so it's not all just one brown blob. So over here I put some of these marshmallow blocks, but I gave them this caramel color, so they actually look like blocks of caramel. I think once again it helps some of these areas stand out a little bit from the rest of the brown things that are going on. But yeah, there's lots of decorations next to the track. Just put some ruins over here, some of these candy trees, a sphinx also made of chocolate. Fidwell was kind enough to make one of these recolorable versions of the sphinx, so that's really helpful. A little bridge here, just using some different path colors. Some waterfalls next to the track here. Now also lots of these candy men over here. Also, of course, I couldn't help myself, so I put one here on top of this fudge stack as well. Now, once again, I also added 2 entertainers in the park, and I named them after 2 more of my patrons. Actually, I still have to do that. Let's quickly do that. Alright, Glitchy Carrot and Ajax have been added to the park. And if you're one of my patrons, here's a quick list of who have been added to the park so far. I will add everybody in because there's still lots more episodes to come. But yeah, if you want to be featured in the park as an entertainer, you can find a link to my Patreon in the video description. Anyway, yeah, that was it for this episode. In the next episode, probably I'll start adding some shops and stalls to all the areas, because they will definitely need some places for the guests to grab a drink and a bite. Because that's something I haven't built in these areas yet. Anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with how this ride turned out so far. I think it's definitely a great way to start this Candyland theme. And yeah, I will just continue on this part of the park in the next episode. Alright, I think it will be fun to finish this episode by taking a ride on this Chocolate Rapids ride. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.